More and more people will live in cities. According to the UN Department of Economics and Social Affairs, 62.5% of the people will live in cities by 2035. Due to the lack of space and rising land prices, cities will become increasingly dense. This will cause a lot of problems which reduce the quality of life in cities. Among other things, heat, noise, and poor air quality will be a problem for us humans. How can intelligent skins or intelligent building envelopes contribute to a more livable city and at the same time contribute to our sustainability goals? My name is Valentin Spiess. I'm the founder of iArt, a media architecture studio based in Basel. You might be asking yourself, how can a guy who makes media facades have anything to say about improving the quality of life in cities? Can media architecture really give us sustainable solutions? Before I give you the answer, let me just first talk about where I come from. During my apprenticeship years, I was lucky enough to work on art in architecture projects for artists like Muda Mattis and Sus Zwick, among others. It was often about letting buildings speak, to convey the inside to the outside, to tell stories. This resulted in projects such as Susi Tanzt, an intervention for the dance festival Steps in 1994. The guy behind this Commodore computer is me. With Studio iArt, which I founded in 2001, we then began to apply what we have learned to other tasks. This leads to projects such as the facade for the Swiss Pavilion at the World Expo in Shanghai in collaboration with Bucher Bründler architects. Autonomous cells, powered by sunlight, react on environmental changes with flashes, animate the facade. The cells were designed to tell a story. For example, the PCB, the printed circuit board, was shaped to represent the map of Switzerland. Visitors could bid for a cell. In this way, we managed to pass on 8,000 cells as souvenirs after the expo. The Megaphone Pavilion for the Winter Olympics in Sochi was certainly a highlight of our temporary projects. Together with the architect Asif Khan, we developed a kinetic facade that could show faces in 3D at the scale of a billboard. As a result, 140,000 visitors became heroes of the games for a few seconds. Numerous people enjoyed these projects, and they have been recognized with many awards. But is this type of project still in keeping with the times? I would say no. These projects were unique, but did not make any sustainable contribution to our world. So that bothered me more and more. So we were looking at how we could do things differently. The extension to the Kunstmuseum Basel by Christen Gantenbein architects is located in the center of the city, partially surrounded by historic buildings. We managed to harmonize with the surrounding by providing the new building with a digital freeze solution integrated into the brick facade. With a trick based on hidden LEDs and the joints between the stones, a font becomes visible. The symbiosis between stone, light, and shadow creates a magical effect. For the people passing by every day, the frieze offers a moment of contemplation, a hint that lingers throughout the day. This sketch shows how it works. The cove between the bricks creates a shadow. This shadow can be cancelled out by the LEDs mounted at the bottom. In this way, a kind of shadow display is possible. The M+, or at the M+, Museum for Contemporary Visual Culture in Hong Kong by the architects Herzog and de Meuron The facade becomes a window that opens up the view into the museum. This creates a kind of public cultural space. The facade has now become an integral part of the skyline of Hong Kong, bringing the world's culture to the city every night. I was talking about sustainability in connection with the, let's say, temporary adventures of my youth. Sustainability has many aspects. One that has played a subordinate role in the previous projects was the consumption of resources. We have to distinguish between the resources needed to produce the elements and the energy used to operate them. To illustrate what this means in practice, here's an example. At the Novartis Pavilion, we were pushing our sustainability aspirations to a next level. The aim was to develop a zero-energy media facade that can show content at day and night. To achieve this goal, we developed a skin that was placed on top of the pavilion designed by Michele De Lucchi. By using organic photovoltaics, we were able to generate a unique aesthetic doing a sustainable facade. For the people of the city passing by every day, the pavilion not only offers information and orientation during the day, it also offers science-inspired art during the night. But we are not where we want to be. I stated in the beginning of my talk, our ambition is greater. Today we know that building envelopes can do more than just live in the urban space and produce energy. In our future projects, we will show that they also can improve the climate, the microclimate, absorb noise, and even absorb particulate matter. This will be possible by combining green facades with photovoltaics, sensors, and lights. Research on green roofs has shown that they improve biodiversity, climate, and absorb noise. To illustrate, Stefan Brenneisen showed in 2003 that the roof at Ree Park, which is really close to here, offers a habitat for 79 species of beetles and 40 species of spiders. Some of them are even rare species. A Spanish study from 2014 has shown that green facades within courtyards and street canyons can reduce the perceived noise level by 50%. The microclimate can also be improved by green facades, because green facades heat up less than, let's say, glass or metal facades. They help to reduce heat islands. But which greens are the right greens? And can this be scaled on an industrial level? This is it. The solution is moss, one of the oldest plant species in the world. Sounds a bit contradictory, don't you think? Because after all the efforts we have spent to keep our walls free from moss. But moss has great properties. It can grow without soil and draws nutrition from the air. Kazi Mustafa showed in her master thesis in 2020 the concept of geometrically articulated bioreceptive concrete facades. By molding the concrete with a specific pattern, you can dramatically increase the growth of moss. And how about the industrialization? By making concrete out of recycled materials porous, startups like Respire are currently bringing this approach to an industrial level. So now we have all we need. The next generation of intelligent skins consists out of 3 layers. The building shell, sealing the interior from the exterior, the green layer with panels covered with moss, and the smart media layer with kinetic photovoltaics, sensors and lights. Thanks to their ability to increase the quality of life in and around buildings, and at the same time make the buildings more efficient, the next generation of intelligent skins will massively contribute to a more sustainable architecture for new and existing buildings. And that's how the circle closes. Now you know how a guy like me is trying to improve the quality of life in our cities. Thank you.